schedule. I did. See, I scheduled.
All righty.
I scheduled.
Well, you're live. You're officially live now.
All right, let's see. Do we need to move?
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay.
Just, it's all good. I'll come over here. There you go.
Wait. All right. Hey.
How about I do this? I'll stand this way.
All right.
That way we're like kind of like staggered.
Right.
A little bit,
Yeah.
you know what I
Okay.
mean?
So, hey, everybody, welcome to BnB Live.
Yes.
This is episode number 6, I
Number
believe.
6,
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
I'm not counting until we actually get here, and it's kind of like, oh my gosh,
Yep.
what are we doing? But okay, so we're not in the temporary studio.
No, we're
No.
not.
No. Let me step aside so you can see the disaster
Yeah.
area of what is behind us.
And I'll move out of the way too.
Ta-da!
We both said it. There it is.
Okay, so
Oh my
trust
gosh.
me, this warehouse. Let's see for this
Wow.
warehouse was
Wow.
very, very organized.
Yes, it was.
Yes. Why is it not organized now?
Do. Well, here's what happened. Let's just face it. You know, Aldana was really busy last year doing a ton of pop-ups. And pop-ups are a lot of work, you guys. A lot. It's very labor intensive. You're lifting and carrying big plastic bins, as you could see in the background here. There are big totes in the background.
And then this thing.
Yeah, and then we call this the big kahuna.
Let's see. Wait.
Okay, guys, this piece right here, this big old wooden thing right here that has been constructed is called the big kahuna. And it earned its name, the big kahuna, because it's a big kahuna.
Oh yeah,
It's
so
heavy.
so I saw this. I saw one. I've seen them at a lot. You know, a lot of people have them, and I'm like, oh, we need to do one of these.
Yeah.
But this one's out of like janky, lightweight wood. We need to make it sure it's sturdy, but we didn't think about making it sturdy. How heavy that was going to make it.
Right, especially when we're going to Home Depot and picking up like, you know, really good quality wood. And, you know, we start constructing this thing and putting it together. By the time it got done, as I was folding it up and gonna bring it to her, I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing is heavy. So it earned the name Big Kahuna.
Right.
Okay. So,
Yeah. So we have that, and then you can't see
what you're looking
the
for.
shelves. They're back.
Oh
over
yeah,
there.
they're back there. in
So
the
we have
corner,
our
sorry.
custom shelves. Those are in things. So when I get ready to do a pop-up, I do a whole like sheet. I draw out what the space is going to look like. And I can list the stuff online, but I like to draw it out and write it all out. I don't know, maybe it's my very limited creativity.
No, it's actually smart, you know, because then we already have the plan in place. We know what we're working with as far as space goes. We know that things are going to fit a certain way, and then you just make it happen. So
Yeah, so like for instance, next weekend, if you are local and in the Torrance area, the South Bay Quilters Guild is having a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday, at the Torrance kind of, I guess it's the Fine Arts Building or whatever.
Theater, right?
No, it's their building that's like by the courthouse and all the like the city buildings and stuff. So it's 10 till 4, I believe, Saturday and Sunday. So if you are in the area, stop by. But I haven't listed out all the product, but I have a 10 by 12 space, and I've got a drawing of where everything's going to go, and I have all the fixtures listed. Big kahuna, 2 shelves,
Wow.
I think the dog bandana thing, the mannequin, you know, all the things that I take to make the space, and then all the product is listed out.
Right.
And that'll be for next weekend. But why are we here today?
Because we are saying au revoir.
Yeah.
Would that be a nice way to say au revoir?
Yeah. Bye-bye.
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 To this space.
Yes, we were saying bye-bye to this space,
Yes.
because as you can see, there's not enough room in here.
We've outgrown it.
Yeah, and the thing is, so the reason it is a disaster area, like Vanessa was saying, I did a pop-up every weekend,
Oh.
I think from September 24th until December 10th. I went to an event December 10th. I think December 5th was my last actual pop-up that I did, where I either put up a tent or I set up a table or I set up the tent and all this stuff. we did a lot of events. Vanessa helped me with some of them. We did the Irvine Fine Arts event, the Irvine Global Village Festival. I did the Bead and Design Show in Culver City. I did some other events around, some church events, Fair Trade that I did with Fair Trade LA, all kinds of events. And by the time I got to December 10th, I didn't set up for Second Saturday, but I did go to Fair Trade Long Beach. But it's like, you all know I talk about I work a corporate job. So we would come and pack everything up in the car, and I'd work I'd work and I'd drive over there and I'd do the thing on the weekend. I'd come and unload. Sometimes I had 2 pop-ups in one weekend.
Oh my goodness.
And so then I do one and the other, and I just put it all back. And I was just, by the time at the end of that, I was just too tired to arrange it all. And the space is so small that we have so many fixtures now that I needed a bigger space so I just would put it in here.
So Aldana would come back exhausted. And so, of course, she does the best that she could to just put everything back in, of course. But we definitely have outgrown the space. And, and so obviously you have some great news. We have already begun to talk about it as of like last week. We were with you guys live sharing a little bit. But I know that Aldana has a lot more that she needs to share with you. But before we do want to recognize the people that we see here on the live feed on all the different platforms we got going on here, from Instagram, and those of you here in Facebook. We got LinkedIn users that are chiming in as well, people that are saying hello to you. So we want to say,
hey Tim, what's shaking? And it says LinkedIn user, so it doesn't show up on StreamYard as to who it is. I'm not, but hello. I'll find out after I'm done who was on here. And then, hey, everybody over here. Oh, that's Elizabeth and Elizabeth. Awesome. Elizabeth from MCN Foundation, and Elizabeth from Collaborate With Us, and Eric. Welcome. And we are actually wanted to give you some behind the scenes of, okay, this disaster area is going to start moving out tomorrow. Yep. Saturday, we're moving most of it. I signed the lease for the new location in Santa Ana, just on the edge of Tustin, 800 square foot facility, 400 square foot warehouse, 400 square foot showroom, and where our new studio will be eventually once we get it all set up. So we are starting the process of moving in there. And so why are we moving?
As you can see, we need more room.
Oh, definitely need more room. But also I'm working on getting more wholesale customers. And some of the wholesale customers that we're working on getting require you to have a proper shipping operation. Mm-hmm. Now I know how to do that. I used to sell Harley parts on eBay. I've sold like large amounts of Harley parts, like had a whole business going. There's a whole story behind that, and did that for quite a while, where I had racks in my garage, and I had a whole shipping area and all that. So I know how to do that, but I've been shipping product. Like somebody ordered, actually, I have gone to pull them. Somebody ordered some spoons. So I have to come over here and get the spoons, and then I have to go back to my house and weigh it and run the labels out of my computer and print it out, and then take it to wherever it's UPS.
But guess what, though? Now you don't have to run back to your house because you get to just do that all on site now, right?
Yes, we're going to have a proper shipping area. And the whole thing with bigger wholesale customers, they want to know, are you set up to be able to drop ship? Because one of the customers I'm looking at has a lot of locations. So they're not going to order 1,000 necklaces to go to one place. They may send 10 here, 10 here, 10 here. I need to be set up to properly do that. So, and then also we want to have a showroom to hold events, and then also a place for our studio. So I'm excited. Hopefully next Thursday, the studio won't be all set up, but we are going to hopefully be broadcasting from there next Thursday. And then eventually have a grand opening and invite you all in. Hopefully before I go to Kenya, that we'll have the grand opening.
That would be great.
Right. Yeah. To invite you all in.
And what you guys need to know is that there's just going to be a ton of activity, a ton of movement that's going to be happening at this new location, because it essentially is going to become our new home. I mean, everything that we've been doing, there's been a small collection of things that we do here, of course, on site here in the storage area. Mm-hmm. But then there was a lot that we were doing in your home front as well, right? We would get together there and discuss things and work on mapping out ideas for the different shows that she was doing, for the pop-ups and things like that. But now we will actually have a corporate location, for everything that is happening, and we'll be able to just meet there and, work the concepts there. And at the same time, Aldana even mentioned about having it a space where people can come and shop. So technically, Aldana, you are also having a space where it's a retail space.
Yeah, so people can
So,
come and shop, and then
yes.
also having events like we're going to have paper bead rolling classes,
Very cool.
and I'm going to teach crochet. Some people have been asking me about the crocheted washcloths that I've been doing,
yes.
and I think I've made about 15 or more of those, and I'm going to hold a class on doing that. So if anybody wants to learn how to crochet, it's not that difficult. It's only 2 stitches. The hardest part about crocheting is I compare it to motorcycle riding, and Tim, who's listening, can probably relate to this. The hardest part of learning how to ride a motorcycle is letting out the clutch, the tension, and that's the same thing with crocheting. The hardest part of crocheting is getting the proper tension on the yarn so your stitches look right. It's the same kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're going to be a great teacher, Aldana. I'm going to have to take her class, you guys.
Yeah. I have lots of yarn and crochet hooks, and then of course the paper bead rolling. I mean, I am a speaker and a trainer. I still do speaking and training, so I'm I think I can teach just about anything.
Yes, I agree.
So we're not going to feature a product of the week this week. We're
we're in the middle of a move.
But if you
understand,
actually, if you go to basketsbeadskenya.com and want to get one of the t-shirts, there's some t-shirts on there, the 3/4 sleeve, both the red and black and gray. Those are at deeply discounted prices, $15 and $19. So you can get those and a small amount for shipping, and we'll ship it right out to you. Good support of Baskets and Beads.
Absolutely. And that was one of the things that we did mention when we featured the t-shirts for, was it our first segment that we did it, I think, right? First segment that we did with Baskets and Beads Live. But this is a great way for you to represent and to highlight Baskets and Beads by wearing Baskets and Beads. I mean, it says it on the shirt, the beautiful logo on the front of it. And, I know when I've worn it, it has, struck conversations with people. What's that? Or, tell me a little bit about what you're wearing right there. And then it gives me the opportunity to share what Baskets and Beads is all about, and then leading them to the social media platform. I mean, it's really easy. It sounds like to me, because everybody, if you're watching from any of these platforms, you have access to social media. You have access to a phone, a laptop, an iPad, or something. And so when people are asking, all you got to do is just send them over to Baskets and Beads. You can go to the website, you can go to the Instagram page, you can go to the Facebook, right? I mean, there's multiple platforms that they can go to show and share with others. And so that is what we're asking of you, that you get the word out there, that you be also an extension of the voice of Baskets and Beads by sharing the message, the products, and of course, that people would come and buy, right? Because that's what it's about. These women are creating and making things, and we want to get the goods out there.
Right. We're helping eradicate poverty with women who wouldn't otherwise be able to work. So, and I'm not going to, this one is on the website. This is it's a glass bead necklace. So I'm always wearing something to represent the ladies in Kenya and help them to grow and have a more prosperous life. And I'm doing so much behind the scenes work, and Vanessa too, helping the creativity. If you're on Instagram or Facebook or any of the platforms, you've seen the beautiful branding that was created by Vanessa, and it's important to have that. And I knew I needed that, but we just didn't have the direction for that. Now we do. So I'm excited at where it's going, and this is a risk because the income isn't quite there. We are doing okay, but the income isn't quite there. So I'm taking a risk getting set up in advance of working to earn more and get more wholesale, get more retail, get more online. We will be doing a full-on shopping segment once we get going. So,
or
more to follow on that.
As we also like to say, taking a step of faith.
Yes.
Taking a
leap of faith.
A leap of faith, and believing in, because we believe in it. I mean, if Aldana did it, I guarantee she wouldn't be making the moves that she's making right now. But, definitely taking a step of faith and believing for greater and bigger and more. The fact that we're expanding is going to just open up more doors for the women there in Africa. And you know, and I know you want to grow it. You want to continue to grow it. I mean, you started with how many ladies originally with Baskets and Bees?
Started with 5 ladies. We're up to 30 now, and then another 15 or so up in Mount Elgon doing farming. We're doing farming.
That's so
We're
cool.
doing farming. And it's just, yeah, it's like, there's that scripture that says, walk by faith, not by sight. Because and I talked about this on Swahili Sunday this past Sunday about the importance of taking a risk. You have to take a risk. It has to be planned. It's not good to jump off the cliff if you don't have a parachute.
Kind of like a calculated risk, right?
Right, yeah. But you don't know what it's going to turn out, but you have to take that risk. If you never take a risk and never take that step forward and just quit, you're guaranteed to fail. You're guaranteed that nothing is going to happen if you don't step out and take a risk.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So this weekend's going to be a very active weekend for us because we will be literally physically moving the space that you see behind. Obviously, we're only showing a portion of it, but I mean, there's a lot going on in this warehouse, as you can see.
Yeah, it's hard to. Oh, thanks, Bob. Thanks for joining.
We're showing you technically one section on this other side. There's another set of racking system, so there's other things that are on there as well.
This
and
disaster area,
like tomorrow, for instance, you know, prior to us going on this live, I was discussing with Eldana about what's the plan for tomorrow, right? How are we going to go about it? So we do plan on going in. We're gonna measure things out, right? We're gonna measure the space out, and that way we have an understanding of like how we're going to set up the racks and everything, and where things are going to go. Because really, although we'll be there tomorrow doing some things in preparation, but most of the big move, if you want to say, is going to happen on Saturday. So we got our weekend planned out for us, So
I will say, let me throw this in. If anybody's local and wants to help, we could use the help. I'm going to reach out to some more people. I've been asking people if anybody's available. I got more people to reach out to. I just found out like yesterday that and then the time was confirmed today when I was going to get the keys. They weren't sure that they were going to let me in because they were needing to do the carpet in the showroom area. And I said, well, can we just move stuff in the warehouse? Can you give me the keys and we just move stuff in the warehouse? You know, always thinking like a negotiator. What can I negotiate? They weren't very negotiable about a lot of terms, but I'm like, and she's like, oh yeah, I think so. Let me get back to you. And then I heard from her late yesterday, I think it was yesterday afternoon. And I was on my way downtown, but it was, and then confirmed today, the time 1:30 tomorrow, that the carpet's done, the building's ready, so we get the whole thing. I think they were pushing so we could have it all and didn't want us to start partially moving in. So we're going to be moving in, and
yay!
I'm excited, and I'm excited to have a grand opening and invite you all in. But if anybody's available to help, I mean, it's things like, you know, there's a lot of stuff to move here, and praying that I'm going to go see the chiropractor tomorrow, and then I will probably see him again on Monday after we're done.
The aftermath of it, right?
Yeah. So that's kind of what we wanted to share today. But before we, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I'm just excited. I'm really, really excited for this move for you. I mean, it's just been something that we've been really thinking about, right? I mean, the idea, the concept, the vision, I should say, we were really kind of even talking about it last year. And it's just really amazing that it's actually happening. You know, what a great time, Eldana, for something like this, fresh at the start of the new year in 2023.
Yeah. And
running this concept fresh into the new year and seeing where things are going to be at the end of this year of 2023 as well. And just believing and knowing that it's just steps. It's like climbing the ladder, you know what I mean? And just steps that we're taking. There's major progression, you know, like you mentioned, you first started out with 5 women. Now you're up to 30 something plus the women in Mount Elgon. Yeah. Now there's a farm. I mean, you want to grow this even more than where it's at now. I mean, we're still just getting started. Yeah. It's pretty amazing. And speaking of Kenya, I will tell you guys, I'm going to put up the website. There's a tab on basketsbeatskenya.com. If you want to join me in Kenya, May 28th to June 8th, I am going to Kenya for my normal trip. And I already have it all planned out. If you go to the Mission Kenya tab on basketsbeatskenya.com, you will see all the details.
Layla's still finalizing pricing. It may be a little less than what I have up there, but I just put an estimate of cost because, and that is not including your airfare, visa fee, which is I think $50. And of course, your passport has to be within 6 months of expiration. If it's less than 6 months or less, they won't let you get on the plane. So
okay.
That's something to consider. I was like looking at my passport last year. I'm like, oh, I better get this thing updated. They're not going to let me go to Kenya. So I ended up doing that. But yeah, and you can, if you want to have a conversation with me about it, I'll probably start talking about it more on Swahili Sunday too. But happy to have a conversation and answer any questions. I've had people reach out to me. There's a lot of people interested, and who knows who will go. You're welcome to come with me and join, and it will change your life. And you can read on there. I suggest you go read all the information. It's not really a volunteer in the negative sense. Yeah, there's some information about that. And we hopefully will get the thing that I'm most excited about. Wait, you won't get to do this part because I'm going in advance, and we go shopping in an area that the State Department says people from America shouldn't go.
But you go there.
But I go there. It's where the fabric district is, and we go and buy fabric, and you'll hear more about this when we get in the studio. We're going to make dresses and skirts, which is why we're moving out the tunics that we have. There's also a special price. Oh, there was a special price on that, but it's reduced from what it was. I think it's $35 on the website. It was $49. Until we clear those out, I'll probably offer those again for another shopping and just clear out what we have, because we're going to make skirts and dresses. Yep. So I'll get to go play around in the fabric area. Yay. With Layla. We
can't wait to see what you're going to pick out.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. But one of the other things I'm excited about is the possibility that we'll get to help harvest in Mount Elgon.
Right, the potatoes. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, the potatoes.
I knew you were.
I'm so excited about that. I'm like, I want to go dig up some potatoes.
Make sure you video that. I want to see you pull that potato out.
Yeah, I'll be down there. I'm telling you. So we'll stay up there for a couple of days. There's a national park up there that we will also get to see. We're going to fund a mobile medical clinic up there. And we are also going to have another women's conference up there. Last one, we had so many women, we had to have it on the side of the mountain.
More came than you even expected.
Yeah, it was amazing. Wow. So looking forward to that. You'll get to meet the ladies of Baskets and Beads, make some paper beads, maybe some of the other products. I'm going to see if we can make something out of the papyrus reed grass, like maybe a trivet or something.
That would be cool.
Because it's like it's weaved out of grasses. So get them to teach us how to do that, get to eat some great Kenyan food, have some wonderful experiences, go on a safari. We're planning on visiting the all-women village in Samburu, which is where we will go for the safari. You'll learn some Swahili.
Wow, you're going to have a real busy itinerary then, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So would love for you to join, and you can check that out at basketsandbeadskenya.com on the Mission Kenya tab. Send me a message if you want more information, or email me at eldonna@basketsandbeadskenya.com. Would love to have you come along and experience the wonderful country of Kenya and the wonderful people of Kenya. I love them so much. That's my second home. And I never really thought I would have ended up in Kenya, but God had other plans. So I'm there and I'm excited, and I miss the ladies. And I know if any of you in Kenya, sometimes some of them watch, I miss you so much. I can't wait to see you and just give you big hugs. And I'm working so hard to sell the products so I can order more and get you guys to sustainability, so you are able to send your kids to school yourself.
Yes.
If you want to be part of our Educating Children program, there's more info on that that's coming out in the newsletter. If you're not on the newsletter, you can sign up for that.
Where can they sign up for the newsletter?
Basketsandbeadskenya.com. The pop-up isn't, if you go there, it's like sometimes works. And I found a Shopify expert to help me fix that. I don't know what the deal is. It's like works sometimes and it doesn't sometimes.
Oh, so when you click on
I've
the
tried
website,
to do
right?
it myself, and it's,
But you're saying when they click on the website, it usually scrolls up,
but it's down at the bottom, and it's sometimes. So if the screen goes dark, it's because the pop-up is there. I'm going to get that fixed this coming week. And yeah, that's
But sign up for the newsletter so you're getting the current information on all things baskets and beads.
yeah. And if you're on, if you're not if you haven't liked the Facebook page on Facebook, please like the page. If you're looking at this on Instagram, either now or after the fact, please follow us on Instagram. The way to get us out there more is to have more people following and sharing. So we'd appreciate that support as well.
Yep. Share it with your contacts, with your friends and your family. You know, just you can actually share the profile. Go to Baskets and Beads on the page, and there's like a tab there. You click on that, and you can share the profile and send it to 5, 10, 15 people in your circle of friends and family, and just say, hey, listen, take a look at Baskets and Beads. It's a beautiful movement and beautiful products, and that way they can follow along. And then, of course, we would love for them to make a purchase and support the women by buying the goods as well.
Yeah. Hey, Jamie, you should come to Kenya.
Yes, come to Kenya.
All right, everybody, we are going to sign off because we have a lot of stuff to get ready for, and appreciate your support. Take one last look at this nightmare.
And maybe if Aldana's up to it, maybe we'll just go like live real quick, even maybe tomorrow or on Saturday, just to kind of show you like candidly us just working and getting things in order and kind of seeing, hey, this is really happening, pulling bins out of the U-Haul or whatever it is that we're going to be renting for all this stuff, and and just what it requires, what this operation looks like. It really requires hands and willing people to support it and to be a part of it. And again, there's many ways you can do that. Primarily, of course, just again, purchasing and buying the goods and helping us get the word out there to others.
Yeah. So I appreciate your support. I appreciate you watching now or after the fact. Again, like, follow, share, comment, anything to get us more eyes on Baskets and Beads Kenya. So yeah, we'll probably pop in tomorrow or for Fair Trade Friday or over the weekend so you can see what it's looking like. All right, everybody, have a good night.
Nakupenda.
Nakupenda.
Nakupenda.